Welcome back! Happy Thursday! Today we're going out and making every single player in the NHL a player with franchise potential. Because why not? Let's see how the league would turn out, right? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Everybody's like a 99 overall, or everybody might not be a 99 overall. I think that'd be the interesting part of this, is you say, well, everybody could be a high overall, but at the same time, maybe everybody, the competition is just as tough as it was before, and it doesn't really help the progression. I would like to think all of these guys see an overall bump, though, by the end of the year. So we're going to go ahead and sim up a couple seasons. We're going to sim up one season first, and we're going to, do a couple seasons afterwards. And we will see how guys progress 5 years down the road as well, compared to in just 1 year, and how teams do. We did hit the goalies as well, just to clarify that. And the team we're going to go about using in this franchise, we can only use one team, so we'll try to track everybody the best we can. But the team we're choosing to use here is the Colorado Avalanche. I thought it'd be kind of interesting to use the Avs because they do have a very, very young team. So they'll be one of those teams that they should progress really well. There's not a guy over 30, in fact, on their offensive forward crew. That is crazy. They don't have a guy over 30. That is nuts. But with everybody at a franchise potential, that ought to treat these guys pretty well. Their defense is over 30. Got a couple of them. But then again, they got Gerard Makar. There's no L there. If you look a couple times, you can kind of see an L. If you erase like 3/4 of the R. Other than that, no L there. The Blue Jacket, 29 years old now. So we'll see how this turns out. We're going to sim up an entire season. When we get that season complete, I will catch you guys right at the back here, and we will check out some stats, check out some player overall, see how these guys grew after 1 year. All right, so we are one season in. The Edmonton Oilers, of all teams with all franchise potential players, are our Stanley Cup winners. That's something different, I guess. Hey, we went 46-29. All these young guys in Avalanche, I just feel like they're going to be disgusting down the road. We'll go and take a look at the Avalanche progress reports here, just to kind of get an idea of how most teams probably progressed. Is this not what I'm looking for? That is the progress reports. Now, where is there's a thing that shows instant overall, though. I guess there's not. Maybe that's where the progress report thing is. We'll take a look again there. Current change mod, he's at 94. What was he before? I don't know. I don't know what he was before. But we're seeing what it affects regardless, though, because he's up to a 94 overall. Rantanen 94. Landeskog 89. Makar up to an 84. We're seeing about a plus 19 on the mod. Then we're seeing guys like Kadri, who, he's older, so we're seeing that franchise potential didn't really matter, and they kind of killed it right away. We went to franchise mode, and it's like, franchise potential? No. Not anymore, you're 29. That's one thing we can't control. When these guys get older, EA is kind of like, oh, we'll give them the potential we think. And that's what we're seeing with guys like Kadri, guys like Grubauer, who's already 28. So this is mainly going to probably end up affecting a lot of the younger guys. That's what we're kind of seeing here. Gerard franchise still. But any of these guys mid or upper to upper 20s to early 30s, we'll get it out. We'll spit it out. We got it. We good here. Those guys' potentials are kind of locked in. I guess that's an EA thing there. We can't really mess with that as far as the goaltending is concerned. Did we see the goaltending? Grubauer, franchise potential 84. Was he an 84 to start the season? He was a +1. He's 28 already? Wow. For some reason I thought Grubauer was younger than that. That's the thing with these goalies, even with their franchise potential. A lot of goalies come in the league mid-20s at their earliest, and you go out there and give them franchise potential. By the time they, they're progressed, they're already at the, maximum. That is not the button you press. It was the button you press. Okay. 101 points out of Nathan McKinnon. What we want to see here is how the entire league did, though, this year. See if we see anything different. Not so much. I'd expect this year to be kind of some of the same, which it is. Draisaitl, Ovechkin, McDavid, Point, Rantanen, Malkin, Stamkos. A lot of the same guys we see at the top as far as points are concerned, because it is early. But I think 5 years down the road, this could be interesting. Draisaitl did have 93 overall. Ovechkin, 94. Draisaitl, McDavid, 96. Good luck stopping him. Point went to a 93. What was he at? 89 to start the game, I think? Gosh dang, we should have looked at the overalls. That was the thing I was going to say. There ain't no way I was going to remember all the overalls. Like, I'd love to do it, but it wasn't happening. There was no way I was going to remember all those overalls. Again, Backstrom seeing that franchise for, look at that. Look what franchise does, the guys. Barkov, 94. Taylor Hall being 28. He's sucked back at elite already. I guess once you're a certain overall. I never realized that. Is that part of the franchise system for EA here? Look at Jack Eichel, 95. If you're not a certain overall, you can't hold franchise potential, because like Mitch Marner has it. Tavares should have it. He had it when the season started, but now he's in 91. I think he had it when the season started. He was with a few guys that EA gave franchise and actually dropped down. Kucherov, 93. Maybe once you, I can't even be a certain age. No, Patrick Kane used to be franchise. He got dropped to an elite potential as well. Mark Stone, 89. Aho, up to a 94. Franchise potential, frickin'. These guys love it. They're just having a good old time. 89 there. Pedersen up to a 90 already. Forsberg's still around there. We got a Teravainen at an 86. Atkinson down to a top 6 forward. I'm sorry to see that, Atkinson. It's all right, though. Raquel dropped too. He's 27, and they dropped him already. Interesting. Evgeny Kuznetsov, 88 overall right now. We're seeing guys right around the 74-point range here. Kopitar, another guy. He's been given franchise potential year in and year out by EA, but he's dropped after a season. Dylan Larkin up to an 89. Tarasenko still an 89. Austin Matthews look like he got about a +2. Can we check that right here? No, we can't. I didn't think so. Just checking now. Duchesne 87. DeBrincat, killer, 89 overall already. 84 for Palat. Say his name right. Sean Couturier is an 88, 85 for Gallagher. Some of these guys put up some points though. Franchise potential for Barzell. Kasayan was up there. Look at this guy. What is that? 71 points. Wow, what a season. First line minutes with McDavid will do that. Gaudreau's 26 and they dropped his potential. I don't understand potential. I'd like to think if you have potential, it stays there. But I guess you can't even say performance-wise because all these guys were point per game players and their potential dropped real quick. Digging his franchise, he deserves it though. He's 28, so that makes sense. Jake Gensel is an 87 overall. Nylander up to an 88. There's some younger guys. Max Domi, same story, 89. Cahoon, really, all the way up to an 84. He even dropped 69 points. What a guy and what a number. Everybody's favorite. Franchise for Besser got into an 88. Monahan up to a 91. Nugent Hopkins down to an 86. Panarin back to elite. Sorry, Panarin has to be done. DeBois, let's go! 90 overall. Killing it. Good for DeBois. Bertuzzi. That line had to be killer this year. We already seen Larkin, right? Putting those guys together. I haven't seen Mantha. Pasternak up to a 94 also. We're seeing a common number here. A lot of these franchise guys jump into that 94 overall. Carlson dropped back down. He's 30 years old. So I guess, like I said, it's an elite thing. Your potential, your age. Backlund, 31. You can't see much there. Marchand down to an elite. Shifley, interesting because he's still at a 27. Druin up to an 86 though due to that. Pretty solid season there for Druin. Jeff Skinner dropping down to an 85. 89 for Wheel Deal, but he still dropped 26 goals. Great season for Wheeler. Timo Meyer, 88 overall. The goals are not there yet still. 24, he's a 30 goal scorer last season, right? Am I right for that? I think so. Again, 23 didn't do it in the EA's game though. Elite potential for Morgan Riley at the 26. Wow, they dropped him too. He's even only at medium for elite. Doughty is same story. Always exact elite, but it's not really the same story. Seshnikov, 83 is all he went up to. He's 20. 83, not a big jump there. Not a big jump, but let's go ahead and actually we're going to take a look at the goalies real quick. And so let's go ahead and sim up 5 more seasons, see how this league's shaping out. But right now we got to take a look at these goaltenders. Gruby at the top. Starter potential. I'm pretty sure it ruined every single goalie. Vasilevsky's an exception though. He's a 90 already, I think. Pasternak, Mrazek, 84, an elite 4, Braden Holtby at the 30 years old, Anderson, Murray, 85, Rene, 88, Price, 91. It's interesting to see they kept a lot of these. Wow, Koskinen? I didn't know he was 31 years old already. I was going to say that's kind of surprising that his potential was going. I didn't realize he was that old. Rittich, 27, franchise, Carter Hart. That's what franchise would do for a young goalie. Carter Hart, 90 or 87 overall with a 908 save percentage. What a season. Bobrovsky still solid. Lundqvist as well. Korpisalo, starter at 20. Come on, EA, he's 26. Hit the man up with the franchise potential. So Markstrom, another. Oh, he's 30. I don't know why I thought Markstrom was younger. Hutton, Howard. It'll be interesting to see how this turns out when we get 5 years down the road, where we see some of these guys like McKinnon. McKinnon might be over maxed out. We'll see some guys just hitting that prime where they can't go any higher overall, and some guys where, well, frankly, they'll be going down to a complete opposite direction. Taking a look at the entire league, though, just for a good time. Lightning, Penguins, Hurricanes, Capitals, top 4 teams in the league. Maple Leafs behind them. Was this the entire league? What happened to the West? 6 best teams in the league were out of the, or whatever that division is, the Eastern Conference. The entire conference, not even a division. Edmonton, they just went in there and said, we'll take care of business. And, after the entire Eastern Conference destroyed each other, went out there and just played one of those teams. That's crazy. 6 best teams in the league. You don't see that very often. The Devils, the Flames, Blues, Predators, Flyers, Buffalo, 89 points just missing. We just talked about how stacked that conference was. Columbus, same story. New York missing it. There's some teams that struggle. Let's see how they go 5 years down the road. Some of the worst teams in the league were the Sharks, Islanders, Wild, Ducks, Jets, Kings, and Red Wings. Well, we'll remember that 5 years from now? Probably not, but hopefully we can remember it like 20 minutes from now when this video is completed. Let's go ahead, though. Sim up 5 more seasons. Actually, I lied. We got to take a look at the hardware. We're going to get there. We're going to get there, and we are going to enjoy. But here we go. Individual awards. Crosby, Art Ross, Crosby, Memorial. Norris going to Hedman. Braden Point getting a Binger. The White going to the Memorial. And Memorial going to the White. Depends how you look at it. Smythe, Draisaitl. Good for Draisaitl. Vesna, Carey Price. William Jennings, Carey Price. Dylan with the Masterton. Jack Adams, Mason. Selke for Ryan O'Reilly. And then, of course, Ovechkin getting a Maurice Richard. But here we go. 4 more seasons. When we finish those 4 seasons, that will be our 5th year simmed up, and we will see where this league is. Alrighty, we have finished up our 5th and final season into the future. It looks like the Anaheim Ducks were beneficiaries. Colorado, apparently, I'm guessing they couldn't afford all these players because I don't know what else it would have been that would have caused the Colorado Avalanche to struggle as much as they did. Nonetheless, they did. Looking at the Stanley Cup win over the past 5 years, twice to the Oilers and twice to those Tampa Bay Lightning. The Ducks coming out on top this year. That is our 5-year performance with everybody at franchise. Again, we should go and look at, I guess we can check out the progression of the Colorado Avalanche here real quick. See where these players are at. Again, I'm assuming we couldn't re-sign a lot of these guys. Gerard's an 88, Rantanen's an 88, McKinnon's an 88. That's games played, guy. You'll get it right eventually. They're 93, 94, 95, and 96? Wow, Yost at a 94. That just shows that all these guys have franchise potential. It just ended up beefing up the league that much more, I guess. That is kind of what we're seeing at the end of the day for all of this nonsense. That is crazy. 4 guys, 93 plus, still only 26 wins. We'll take a look at the entire league here. Like I said, that had to be the difference maker here. Is there was so many different players in the league that just absolutely obliterated the league with franchise potential. We'll take a look at the divisions first. Blackhawks, Stars, Blues making playoffs, Wild, Avalanche, Predators, and Jets, as we mentioned. The Wild even only had 58 points. That is not good. Pacific, Ducks, Canucks. Ducks had 129 points? Is Gibson still growing? What in the world made them get so many points? Vancouver, 107. Arizona, 101. San Jose, 97. The LA Kings, 87. And in the Knights, Flames, and Oilers. The Oilers, 2-time Stanley Cup winners, now all of a sudden 74 points. Did they lose McDavid in free agency or something? I don't think he's gone in 5 years yet, is he? 105 out of the Lightning, maybe Draisaitl. 101 out of the Sabres, 98 out of the Leafs, and 90 out of the Canadiens. A lot of familiar faces. The Senators, even with everybody at franchise potential, cannot win games. The Bruins struggling the most out of everybody in that division. Now, over in the Metro, we had the Penguins, 104. The Flyers, 103. The Blue Jackets, 98. The Hurricanes, 94. Again, it's kind of strange, but you see a lot of the same teams missing playoffs, minus the Capitals, you know, in years past, I should say, just to clarify, in the last couple of years when it comes to teams missing playoffs. And the same similar faces making them. We're going to take a look at the points, though, really quick in the league. See where everybody's overall is a sitting. Colorado's McKinnon had led his team in points. We already seen that. 98, Malkin. Oh, Texier, let's go! Go! Texier the GOAT. Malkin led the league, though, in points. 86 overall leading the league in points. Would you look at that? Texier, though, second with 97 with that 96 overall. Oh, boy, would I love to see that as a Blue Jacket fan. Sam Steele, you knew somebody was killing it over there on the Anaheim Ducks. Sam Steele was the man. 97 points as well. Connor McDavid, 96 overall still. 46 by 50. He was carrying his team as always. Andre, whose name I don't say properly. Somebody made fun of me in the comment section the other day. And, you know, did not help me, thankfully. Jeez, how would have been relief. Alex DeBrincat, 96 overall, 93 points. Also a very solid season. Gensel got up to a 92, it looks like, before he hit elite. Pedersen, 96. Resser, 96. Same story for both of these guys. Imagine these guys being a 96 overall and are 26 and 27. Sidney Crosby, even at 36 overall, is an 88 overall, or 36 years old is an 88 overall, dropping well over a point per game. The guy is great. Okay, not well over, exactly. That's well over. That's 92 points. Who am I kidding? 92 points there. 91 out of Strome. Looks like you're seeing a ceiling here for franchise guys. It's right around 96, which makes sense because when we try to do a franchise video or a video with a guy with high franchise potential, you always seem to cap out around 96. 92 from Nylander. Pasternak, 96. Dubois, that a boy, 96 as well. Draisaitl, 96. That is looking like the case here for Colorado. There's just so many guys at a 96 that it just made sense as to why these guys, they struggled so much. We've seen, what, 3 guys over there in Anaheim over 93. Sagan, or not Sagan. Line A, 96. Sagan, 92. Even Sagan at 32. Still killing it. Dylan Larkin, we thought he'd carry the team over there. -5, but you got to do better than that, Dylan. I mean, the potential is there. The points are there, but the defense is not as, you know, better, not as good as you would expect out of a Dylan Larkin kind of player. 90 overall still for Mark Stone. Braden Point, 95. Kuznetsov with the 90. Small, it's not 92. Good for him. 95 for Robert Thomas. I don't even know who that is, but good job. Good for you, buddy. Kotkaniemi, 92 years old, or 92 overall. That'd be a pretty old player. 23 years old. This is one of those guys that'd be interesting to see where he'd go to in a 92. But we're seeing that, you know, some of these guys were already a 90s, 92. And Krause, 93 overall, where they still only grew to a 96. McKinnon, even at, McKinnon's only 28. Wow, 5 years down the road, it's only 20. Easy. Not 5 years. It's not 4 years. There's definitely 5 Stanley Cups we showed, though. Reinhardt, 28 years old, 93 overall. Cahoon, did he drop in overall? He's an 87 now. I feel like it was higher than that. I was an 84. He might have. He's got top 6 potential now, 28. Harris Show, 92 overall as well. Colin White still at 95. Good for him. See, there was some good players over there in Ottawa. They just, we didn't have enough good players. 96 for Jack Eichel. Andre Palat, even at a 33 years old, solid overall. Rantanen, still rocking that franchise potential. Look at them goals. 19 of them to 61 assists. Man's a passer. Kucherov still killing it. Does the franchise potential. One of the few guys you'll see at 30 years old holding that potential. Clayton Keller at the 95. Bo Horvat. We had 3 Vancouver Canucks chilling up there with a plus 90. Alexander Barkov, 95. Did he go down? No, he went up 1 point. He only went up 1. Interesting. Like I said, I feel like that's the max. You're right, 95, 96. We're yet to run into a guy that is above that range. I'm guessing you can't go much higher than that. Maybe that's the ceiling in franchise mode. It doesn't really make 99 overalls as like players or anything. That's a tut. They just kind of get stuck at like an invisible wall. To Chuck Taco, 88. What's going on, buddy? Why are you only in elite potential? Rough start to the season or one? Hintz is killing it. Already had a nice goal the other night. 84 overall right there. Verana, 91. That was an interesting one I thought too, because he was 23 at the time where he had franchise potential. Seshnikov ended at 92. Fiala, 91. Nolan Patrick got up there. Good for Nolan. He was struggling. He ended up with 71 points. That's not right, man. 71, I think. Chido. I don't know how to say his name properly. 94 overall, nonetheless. Raquel, 86. Solid team. We talked about those Ducks. They won a Stanley Cup for a reason. Voracek with 88. Marchand, even at 36, holding 86 overall. Some of these guys are holding their overalls for a very long time, surprisingly. The Brusque still have franchise potential at 27. Up to a 93. Quinn Hughes, no picture, but you know what? 93 overall in the game. Radulov, 81. Tage Thompson, 94. It'd be kind of cool if you could filter by overall. Michael Rasmussen, another guy, 94 overall. Not a lot of points. Athens, welcome to the Blue Jackets, apparently. Pesonen, Ritchie, 90. Another guy over there. Yost, we've seen how good of a season he had. Tyson Berry, Evander Kane, Max Jones, of course. Another 93 for the Anaheim Ducks. Can we take a look at that team real quick? There's Philip Zadina at a 93 overall. Good for Philip Zadina as well. Can I take a look? I want to see this Ducks team real quick. That is the standings. This Ducks team that won the Stanley Cup. I want to see what we had to match up with here to become a Stanley Cup contender. The Anaheim Ducks know all about it here. Let's take a look here. The Ducks, 97 points there. Steele, 96. Andre, 90. 93 out of Sprong. 87 out of Hinstroza. Raquel, 86. 90 out of Richie. Jones, 93. Harry had 90. 96 for Vince Dunn. Jeez. 91 for Larson. This does look like a Stanley Cup winning team. One thing we did not take a peek at was the goaltending. We'll take a look at the goal over here for Johnny Gibbonson. Johnny Gibbonson, you like that? I was going to say Johnny Gibbs. Johnny Gibbonson sounds kind of cute too, I guess. 89 overall, though, for him. Let's take a look at the entire league as far as goaltending. That was one thing we almost skipped out on here. Gibson, 89. Anderson, 86. Mrazek, 83. Kemper, 34. 25 for Luckinen. There's the guy that probably seen some good growth, maybe. Well-dressed if he didn't. Demko, still only 28 years old. Stuck at elite potential, though. 88 overall. Markstrom over there on the Blue Jackets. Benner, 85. Didn't see too much of an upgrade there. Starter and Johnny Quick still at 38 years old too. Was he an 81? Carter Hart ended up at a 93. So again, he didn't grow much. Maybe the goalies can't grow near as high as the forwards did because he was 21 and he was just killing it. And he didn't go much higher than that. Same can be said about Vasilevsky. Been stuck right around that 90 range. Some solid goalies in here. Carey Price down to a fringe starter though. Poor Carey Price. 910 save percentage though. Holtby down there as well. Matt Murray. Welcome to the Ottawa Senators, Matt Murray. All right, Sergey, you're still around. Oh, you're only 35. No wonder. Ben Bishop, 70. Speaking of not around, 37 years old, 79 overall. Saros taking over the biz for the Nashville Predators, but he did not go up too much, 85. And that's looking like that's about it. We don't see too many franchise goals. We don't see too many goalies go too high. There's Blackwood. Speaking of goalies, I guess that was a younger goalie that could go up. He's up to an 89. Ain't seeing too much around here other than that. That is how our goaltending ended up. One thing we had to check out, though, how the awards looked at the end of the season. We did miss those just about. Go ahead and take a look. Malkin, Art Ross. Really? Oh, that makes sense. Like I said, most points. Hart Memorial going to Steele. Morris, Norris, Carlson still carrying the load over there in San Jose. DeBrincat, Lady Bing. Calder Memorial, Boquist. Over on Chicago. Conn Smythe, Steele. Gibson with the Vezina and the Jennings. Fabro with the Masterton. McKay with the Jack Adams. Selke going to Barkov. Good for him. Looks like Larkin, Barkov, Kopitar, Riley. So Barkov's won it a couple of times now. Ted Lindsay going to Steele. Again, we've seen different faces every year. Steele won it twice, actually. Besser got in there at one point in time as well. Maurice Richard going to Malkin Eichel. Ovechkin did win it one more time before he did get a little bit older there. And then Jack Eichel won it twice as well. But that's going to conclude this video. If you guys enjoyed, a big thumbs up. Subscribe, be appreciated. Obviously never required. Otherwise, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.